I realize I might be the problem. I do. But also, everyone else is still an idiot. Oh my gosh, we're finally here. Welcome, one and all, to the I Might Be the Problem podcast. I am your host, Kelly Morton. I have some fun things lined up for our little show today, not to mention some chat clips from Let's Call My Buddy Butch, soon to be everybody's favorite part. We appreciate you being here no matter how you found it. My suspicion is my show just came on right after something you meant to listen to. And you're just like leaving this on because you can't get to your phone. But I hope you don't change it yet, because there's a reason why the algorithm pointed you this way. I don't know, maybe you're out delivering somewhere, maybe you're driving. I don't know where everybody listens to their podcast. You're probably at work wearing your OSHA-approved safety earbuds with the cord. It's probably bright orange. And it's just loud enough that you can hear the show, but not so loud that you can't hear the safety issue coming for your life right behind you. We're all over the place on this show. It is not a broadcast. I repeat, this is not a broadcast. We don't do politics unless it's something so mainstream. Unless it's something so mainstream, everyone would for sure be thinking about it. It's not a broadcast either, by the way. It's not a broadcast. That's the female version of the broadcast. A broadcast. Somebody trade that for me, would you? Anyways, we hope you end up looking for us when we put together new episodes. Not every day, probably a weekly thing. We won't spam you. You know, for our first episode, we were going to open with this long piece about how crappy Facebook has become. But Facebook is just so negative to me now that even the topics about how negative it turned out to be is just too negative for the show. So we scrapped it. We actually made 8 minutes of talking about fucking Facebook. And now we just got rid of it because we didn't want to open up with just bitching about something. So here we are. Welcome to the show. I appreciate it. It's gardening season. Are you gardening? I'm gardening. I got the planter boxes. I got the 5-gallon plant bags of some sort. So I got filled them with dirt. I got tomatoes. I got peppers. We should just do one episode where we do nothing but talk about home gardening. Would you like to talk about gardening at home? We can talk about our squash. I sound like Delicious Dish. We can talk about our squash. Yeah. And our carrots. Yeah. And don't forget cilantro. But yeah, I have, we're going to do pumpkins. I convinced my kid though that that we're growing jack-o'-lanterns because that was on the picture. And so she fully expects 120 days from now to pull out pumpkins, and they're already formed into faces on the pumpkins. So that's going to be another pain in the ass for me. I'm going to have to go outside. I'm going to have to carve in the faces because that was on the picture. And so she thought that's how they grow. They grow with faces on them. So I'm going to have to go out there and put faces on the pumpkins for her, which is so funny. And we have mammoth sunflowers. Do you like big sunflowers? Did you know that sunflowers face the direction of the sun, and they turn their little heads towards I didn't even know that. It didn't even occur to me that it's because they grow outside the sun. But no, depending on where the sun is the direction the sunflower faces. How did I go through my whole life not knowing that? And I had to be told that by a 13-year-old. Hey, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but if you are a registered sex offender and you have to go door to door when you move into a new neighborhood, you should probably show up with a covered dish of some sort. Just don't come up and just be like, hey, I'm Bill. I live 8 houses down from you, and I'm a registered sex offender. You need to have an offering like food. Just some chicken, some barbecue, not just some sort of food, not cotton candy and ice cream cones. Don't bring cotton candy and ice cream cones. But if you're gonna show up, bring a covered dish is all I'm saying. It's gonna help. Oh, fuck me. How weird is that? That's never happened to me. I've never had somebody, I don't know if they have to notify you by mail or if they have to literally ring your doorbell. I would think that the ringing in the doorbell part could be like a violation. Because like if they're a registered sex offender, you don't know what for. So are they even allowed to be near your family? I mean, what did they do? You know, that would be my first question. Like, okay, so you're a registered sex offender, but what was it that you did that was so offensive? Because I've done some crazy shit with people, some crazy, crazy shit. But I can't think of a single time where I've offended somebody sexually. So in order to break, I mean, and I've lived a life, but in order to like go from like crazy shit to actually you've offended someone, that's a pretty big leap right there. And what do? People have the Ring doorbell now. So just ding dong ding, ding dong ding. I just talk to you through the speaker. Hi, can I help you? Yeah, my name's Bill, and I just moved up the way over here, just about 6 houses from you and your family. And okay, that's good. It's nice to meet you, Bill. What is that in your hand? Oh, it's I made chicken salad. Oh, that's lovely. Did you? Okay, I'm a registered sex offender, and I. Does she still take the chicken salad? When you register as a sex offender, and you have to go door to door, and you bring an offering of food to kind of smooth things over. Do you take the food? Do you accept it? Or you just go, oh, okay, thank you for stopping by and letting us know. Go ahead, you can keep that. It's fine. We're not really, we're all vegans here. We're not really into barbecue. I don't know. It just makes me laugh just thinking about somebody showing up to the door and they have like a covered dish with foil on it. And they're just like, hey, I'm a registered sex offender. Do you want to try my enchiladas? It's like, no, I don't. I don't want to have enchiladas from the South. But I don't want to be rude because, like, I don't want to make an enemy of them because they're a sex offender. I don't want them to come later on and, sexually offend me.
Ready for it.
Hi, sir. How you doing today?
What's up?
Oh, perfect. I hope you've been enjoying this weather out here.
What's up, buddy?
I'll be very brief then. My name is Tom. I'm with a company called Presidential Exteriors. Only reason I was knocking your door is because we're helping a Miss Brunette. Yes. I don't want to sell you anything or anything like that. Only reason I'm here is because we just do free inspections and estimates while we're in the neighborhood.
So you can sell me something.
Well, if you like to get
do I need to give you a definition of soliciting?
Is it just knocking?
Soliciting business.
Correct.
Knocking on a door, soliciting business. I put a very nice sign here that's friendly. It doesn't say get the fuck out of here. It doesn't say fuck you. It just says please, no soliciting. When you see the sign in the residential area, just follow it. Just go to the next house, bro.
No one ever does this.
What's that? That's because you're an asshole and you knock. If people are polite. So they
just started this job, dude.
And they let you talk. Yes. I don't give a fuck.
I know, no.
There's a sign right here.
Correct. And I'll tell you what they teach us to do.
They tell you to ignore it.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Because they're like, some people forget they put it up there. They put it up there years ago and then they don't care anymore and things like that.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so the video just kind of cuts off right there, but you're in luck because we are going to call my friend and find out the rest of this story and why he went off on this guy. This is Let's Call My Buddy Butch.
Dude, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 bird feeders in my backyard.
No, that's a lot though. Do you get any?
That's a fucking lot. I
Yep.
go through in the spring and summer. I go through a lot of fucking bird seed, dude.
Do you? I feed
everybody. I feed the birds.
The lizards?
Fuck the lizards. But I have a thing that on the side of the tree. I put like pressed corn and peanuts in for the squirrels, and I have by my front door, I have a little refrigerator with Coke and Gatorade and water. And on top, I have a little snack box that has like all kinds of snacks for my delivery people.
Those are the luckiest squirrels I ever heard.
I feed everybody. I am a saint.
I was playing the podcast stuff for Annabelle. She was really interested in the way that Ring doorbell sounded, and she's like, "Why did it?" She wanted to know why it cut off, and I'm like, "I know." He just said that to me. She goes, "He's so mean." I was like, "That's so mean."
I know. It's so. It not only heard. If my daughter heard that, she'd be like, "What's wrong?"
What was the ending though that I missed? I missed 30. You said there was like 30 seconds that I missed.
It was like the ending was like me saying, after he got in and think about, they teach, they tell us that you might have done it a long time ago, that you might have done this, you might have done that, you might have done this.
Yeah, I heard him.
And I was like, listen,
They said no.
I hung this for a reason. It's because I work from home, and when you come up and look at that, and you make the decision that you're.
Which, by the way, hold on, let me just interrupt you real quick. You just described your work from home as wrapping fucking birthday presents, getting chives, and 19 fucking bird feeders.
That's what I was doing. Waiting the doorbell. I was wrapping my daughter's presents for her birthday.
And you have six bird feeders. I work from home.
I was working, and I had to get up from my work to come answer this door because you decided that what you had to say to me was so important. You were going to completely ignore what you saw on the sign and ring my doorbell anyway. So I had to get up, walk across my house, open the door, and find you standing here. And he just kind of looked at me, and I was
like he didn't see you in the backyard putting freaking sugar juice into the hummingbird feeder.
Bird feeder, feeding all the filling all the bird feeders, making sure the backyard is in view on the bird camera. It's
tough life you live.
Listen, he didn't deserve any of that. But the funny thing was I kind of started toward the end. I kind of started realizing I was like, all right, because that had been adding up. It's like, now that the weather's getting nice, it's happening more and more. And it's like, why the fuck did I put the sign up if people are going to do this? But so I started kind of easing up a little bit. And I was like, listen, man, by the way, did you go by town hall? And did you get credentials? Because you have to get a credential to walk around this neighborhood to sell things. He goes, no, I didn't know I had to do that. And I said, well, you do. And he goes, okay. And I said, and you said that somebody else, a neighbor of mine, was doing business with you? Who? Which neighbor? And he goes, oh, I have it right here someplace. He started on his coat. And he was right here, just right here. It's just the neighborhood behind you. And I was like, this is all a neighborhood, dude. I said, hey, what's the name of this neighborhood? And he looked at me with this look of defeat. He goes, I don't know, sir. And I said, oh, you know what?
You broke him, dude. You broke him.
I started walking the door, and I started shutting the door. And he went, have a nice night, sir. As the door shut, I went, fuck off.
That's so fucking wrong.
For no fucking reason.
Fuck off.
For no reason.
And what's really sad is you have...
And that was as the door was shutting.
Fuck off. Kunk.
Fuck off. Have a nice night, sir. Fuck off.
And then he glanced back at all the Snickers bars and Kit Kats and Gatorades on the porch, and they're not for him.
All the Nutter Butters.
If all the Nutter Butters is so mean.
Nutter Butters, animal crackers, and fucking... And what are they called? The popcorn with the caramel, the old timey ones with
Cracker Jacks
on the front. Yeah,
you have Cracker Jacks.
I have Cracker Jack too.
You this is like for rando Amazon Flex delivery.
Everybody was probably being mean to him, and then he walks in front of my house, and he's walking up. He sees this pack full of delicious snacks. He's thinking, finally, a human being that's going to be nice to me. Oh my God! He just got.
I like how that you have random snacks out there for fucking Amazon Flex drivers just to grab, even though it's just because they dropped off a package. But this poor guy is trying to earn a fucking living, and he had to build up this. The best part was how he was like, okay, all right. So first of all, it's a beautiful day, I must say. I was like, He sounded just like Martin Short on the fucking, oh, it's a beautiful day, I must say. Oh, I'm going to come over here and try to sell you some siding, I must say.
He's like, I'm with Presidential. And he's like using his hand like he's on the Price is Right, showing off a prize.
with Presidential.
Whatever. And I was just standing there, and I was ready to say, listen, buddy, we're good, but thank you. And he goes, and I'm not here to sell you anything. And I was like, and that's what got me. I was like,
no.
Fucker.
What got me is he called you bro. He goes, bro.
Bro?
Yeah, he called you bro. You were talking over him. Listen to that thing again. He said something, 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 bro. And I was like, oh, shit. If he called me bro, that's what got pissed off.
I didn't hear the bro. I was too busy listening to myself, the sound of my own voice that I'm infatuated with.
But why did you even go to the fucking door? Don't you have a phone? You can just go, hey, fuck off to the singer.
Because, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, man. Sometimes you want that face to face.
You're that fucking guy in American Beauty who walks around with his camera filming dead fucking crows, and he tilts his head sideways and smiles. Okay, friends, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening wherever you were today. I hope there's room for us on your playlist. Coming up soon, we will have information on how you can send us your Ring doorbell interactions and maybe get on the show. Plus, our usual I Might Be the Problem nonsense. Take care, be nice, and see you next time.